What's up, guys and gals, and welcome to Veve Vibes, where I love talking all things Veve NFTs, speculation, and of course the market. So I'm probably gonna go a little bit quicker than normal in this video because we have a ton of stuff to cover. I'm gonna be covering 3 different drops, so both the Disney posters as well as the San Diego Comic-Con drops. I called this video the Secret Rare Spectacular because we're gonna have a ton of Secret Rares apparently dropping over the next 3 days or so, so it's gonna be super interesting. I'm gonna keep it pretty loose with the price predictions because doing price predictions on 20 different drops over a course of a video, and on top of that, there's a lot of weird push and pull in the market. There's people dumping, there's people selling. We have KYC, but not fully cash out. I mean, we do have the capability of cash out now, obviously, but things are still dumping, and there's just a lot of weird stuff happening on the market. So it's really hard to say. I'm just gonna let you guys know what I'm gonna be personally going for, so you guys can take that for what you will for the most part. And so we're gonna be going through on Twitter, and Veve's been tweeting a lot about all that stuff, including community related things as well. So we're going to cover all the Medium articles here in a bit, but yeah, like Veve's been very busy talking about KYC and payout, talking about the new Disney posters that are vintage ones from 1955 to 1959. There's the July update, even giving a shout out to chriscoffee.eth, which is pretty cool. There's the San Diego Comic-Con drops that they're going to be doing for the blind box, and one of the characters is going to be Silver Surfer, which is really cool. Basically a new partnership with like another company, another Disney poster that's full of secret rares, also talking about beta as well as like the airdrop going on. I'm gonna be on the fence. It might even come down to like the day before or so, or like literally within the last like 8 hours, whether I'm actually gonna try and buy a common of one of the betas as well as like the blue and T-Rex, just to have a chance of maybe getting a rare airdrop. But that's gonna come down to a game day decision for the most part. Another kind of like community related thing, David, you doing an interview with Veve Magic, which is really cool. I actually watched that, got a lot of bullish information, talked about Steamboat Willie quite a bit. So I was kind of looking at the price of Steamboat Willie to see if it pumped. It doesn't really look like it's moved all that much. More KYC stuff, again, San Diego Comic-Con, kind of retweeting, kind of talking about the same things. More KYC and all that stuff. So we'll go ahead and cover the first poster. These are vintage posters, and I've said before too, it's going to really just come down to box price and mint number. What it really comes down to. And I'm actually thoroughly surprised as well as a little excited for these drops. I mean, I was like, okay, these could be 60 to 80 gems. It's actually 50, which I think is a good midpoint. And all these editions are basically 1955 or lower, or 1959 or lower for the most part. So these are first edition posters. These are all posters, and this even have some cool stories behind each poster, which I really like and enjoy. And I do think a lot of Disney fans will thoroughly enjoy these type of posters, because these are actually like the only time you can see these nowadays is basically at the Disneyland parks, and that's pretty much it. So I do think all of these, it's going to be profitable. I do think all of these posters are going to be profitable because they're all secret rares. All of them are secret rares from bottom to top. This one has one more mint than the others. Same thing with Rainbow Caverns. This one has one more mint. They're all secret rare though. And so someone, I think, broke down the number where if you had this entire set of secret rares and you had the full set, I think you would get 35 MCP points a day, which is absolutely absurd. And on top of that, these are very vintage Disney posters, which I think people would like quite a bit. So doing a price prediction for all these, I have no idea if people like the Storybook Land more than the Rocket to the Moon, or the Tomorrowland more than the Jungle River. I'm not sure. I haven't done enough research or really known. All I know is, like, if you go for this drop, you're more than likely going to be profitable. It's going to do really well, and at least I'm going to be going for them on each of my phones for the most part. So exciting stuff. The next one is the San Diego Comic-Con. This one was to some people, they love what's being dropped. Some people think it's a little bit underwhelming. I think there was just kind of a miscommunication, because including myself, I thought, for what I was told, was that, oh, they're going to be dropping like 5 comics a day. I'm like, wait, they're dropping like 20 to 25 comics throughout this Comic-Con? I don't know about that. But I think it was just the way it was said, or maybe Reese might have misspoke in the most recent, in like the AMA that happened a while back. I think he meant to say there's 5 drops throughout Comic-Con and not like 5 drops a day or something like that. This poster I might go for. I really like the look of it with like the San Diego, and it's a con exclusive poster, obviously, and it has all the multiverse versions of Spider-Man, which looks kind of funny. Also, it has relatively low mint, so less than 4,000. These are ultra rare posters as a standalone thing. 60 gems, a bit on the higher side. I mean, for less gems and less mints, and for a higher rarity, you can go for the Disneyland posters. That's what I would do personally. So it's kind of hard to want to go after this after the Disneyland posters, but I still might go for it. It really comes down to, again, game time decision and whether I really want to do it. I think it's a cool poster, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go for it. Like, okay, like this is pretty funny. This is the Deadpool Chimichanga like truck thing, 6,100 mints, 40 gem box price though, compared to 13 that we usually get for the Marvel Mighties. So for me, unless you're a hardcore Deadpool fan and you think this is the most hilarious thing ever and you want this in your collection, go for it. Me, it's going to be a hard pass for me on this. This one too, House of M. I wasn't too ecstatic about this because I looked on the CGC rating and these were only going for like a couple $100, even at like a really high rating at like 9.8 or more, or 9.6 or higher. And the covers even look a little, you know, the secret rare is just the same as the uncommon, but it just actually has a colored in background. But I did have a couple people in my most recent stream did say that true comic book fans or collectors and stuff like that do like this comic, even though it's not worth a ton. They do like this comic quite a bit. So I'm not sure if I'm getting like Spider-Man #1 vibes, or it's like, oh, because it's not worth a lot in CGC, I'm just going to skip it. I might as well go for it, because on top of that, it also has only 10,000 mints. So I feel like the 10,000 mint comics, even though there's way less of them, they tend to still perform a little bit better than like their 20 or 30k counterparts, even if it's not a super popular or super expensive comic in real life. So I'll definitely be going for this on drop. I mean, it's just 7 gems. You might as well, you know, comparatively to some of the other drops that are like 60 gems. Tesseract Cube, I thought this looks very just boring, to be quite honest, but because we are getting more of these like Infinity Gauntlet gems, we already have the Time Stone, we're getting the Tesseract one, which is like the Blue Stone. We still have the other 3, I think, to go. So there's been some speculation like, oh, you're gonna get all 5, then you can put on an Infinity Gauntlet. I'm not too sure about that, to be quite honest. I think that's a bit, even if that was something that is going to happen, I don't see that happening for years and years and years from now. Just me personally, just the way that the app is set up and the way the drops are happening and all that stuff. We also need probably an Infinity Gauntlet before we can do it. I don't know. But this one has a 30 gem box price. Editions are 8,610. That's one thing I was trying to figure out, like, what's up with this 610 thing? I'm still trying to figure out what that 610 stands for. Some people thought it was like 616, and this is just the 61 at the end. I'm not sure. Is that like, I don't know why I randomly thought about this, but is that like the area code of like San Diego or something like that? 619 is actually the area code of, maybe that part of San Diego is 610. I have no idea. So I noticed a lot of the endings for the editions end in like 610 or have some sort of variation of that. So if someone could actually find that out for me, that would be awesome. Let me know down in the comments below. But this one is an uncommon. 30 gems is low enough. I know it's not as atrocious as the Eye of Agamotto drop, which is like 70 gems and tons of prints or mints. This one is a bit on the lower side. This one might come down to, again, a game day decision, but odds are I'm probably going to pass on this. This one I'm definitely going to be going for. First appearance of Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer is a very beloved character by many comic book readers. Some of the best stories are going through Silver Surfer, and that is kind of like he's the herald of Galactus. So he's kind of like the one that we're seeing usually the lens through when we are kind of exploring some of his stories and stuff like that. So this is his first appearance. Even though he's a con exclusive, first appearance does override con exclusive tags, and there's no collectibles that have 2 tags, like, oh, first appearance and con exclusive. It just gets overridden by the first appearance. And so even though it's a 60 gem box price, which is pretty standard, I think it's been kind of the standard for Marvel premium collectibles, there's only one of them, so it's not your typical blind box like Deadpool or Black Panther, and there's only one of him, and there's 6,100. So again, getting that 6,100, not entirely sure what that stands for, so if you guys could let me know down in the comments below. But the only one I'm for sure going for is Silver Surfer. The ones I might be like, or as well as the comic, those are the only 2 I'm for sure going for no matter what. But the Tesseract as well as the poster might be like, all right, to see how I'm feeling and like what's the community sentiment. Are people excited to buy this? Do I feel like it's going to sell it immediately? All that kind of stuff. So last but not least, I know we're kind of chugging along here. The next one we're having is these lenticular cards, posters. I'm still not entirely sure what these are. What these are technically supposed to be. At first I thought these were like refrigerator magnets that are supposed to be, you know, maybe yay big or so, but I guess they are lenticular, so I'm not sure. Kind of curious to see what's going to happen with the lenticular cards. I honestly didn't look at them before doing this video, but I would imagine because these are lenticulars, maybe some people might FOMO, not FOMO, but basically just dump their lenticulars. Like, well, we thought our lenticulars were going to be the only ones. We might as well just dump on the market. Plus, these are, you know, quote unquote better. Who knows? But dreaming from day to night. So again, more secret rares. So another blind box format, except there's only 4 instead of 5, like the posters. And these are apparently all the different castles, either around different Disneyland's like around the world, or I'm not sure, these are just like this, they've like changed the theme of the castles every so often. But regardless, like these look pretty cool. 60 gem box price is a bit on the high side, but again, at the end of the day, they're secret rares, and pretty much all the mints are hovering around 2,000 gems for the most part. So okay, so that's the beginning. I'm not entirely sure which one will do the best from, you know, Dream from Day to Night. Not sure if that's going to do better than Amazing Nighttime Spectacular versus A Time to Remember versus Time of Your Life. I'm not entirely sure. I assume all these are probably going to do pretty well. And again, they're all secret rare, 2013 mints. These are just the years I assume that the movies came out of Coco as well as Frozen. So 2017 mints. This one has, wow, this one's really low, 1330. So I do think maybe just off of sheer scarcity, maybe Amazing Nighttime Spectacular will probably be the most expensive. Just the fact that it's literally 2/3 of the mints of the other ones. And all the other ones that are around 2,000 might be relatively the same. I guess it depends if you're a Frozen or a Coco fan, whether those are going to go up higher than like the other ones. But yeah, I would say at least this one will probably be the most expensive, just due to just sheer rarity. And it does kind of look like the most classic version of like the Disney castles and stuff. Like that. So I'll probably be going for these two as well. And the nice thing is, you know, we have a bit of time. It's, you know, today's Saturday, that happens on Monday. I'm kind of curious to see how well the posters perform. Maybe that will kind of give us a little bit of insight as to how well these lenticular ones will perform as well. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm definitely gonna be going for both of the Disney posters as well as the lenticulars, pretty much no matter what. I'll definitely be going for the comic book as well as the Silver Surfer, but the other stuff might be like, all right, I'll have to see and feel out what the community's feeling and how well some of the other drops are doing as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you guys going, which drops are you guys going for? Which ones are you excited for? You guys like the San Diego Comic-Con drops? Let me know down in the comments below. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys take care, and please double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over, and I'll catch you guys next time.